Hi, where are you traveling next? Did you know that the cruising industry is projected to grow with an estimated 30 million travelers in 2019? That is 6% more than 2018. So, what cruise line or cruise ship should you go on? Well, one that suits your interest, preferences, and what you want to achieve in terms of your experience on that cruise line. So keep on watching this review of my latest cruise. Hi, I am Sarin Raj, a luxury travel planner, and have planned numerous cruise experiences for clients all over the world. And today I will share with you my review of the latest cruise that I took. Hi, so I wanted to give a quick overview of the room in the MSC Bellissima. We were in a inside stateroom, which was comfortable for two adults. The room was quite spacious. The bed was queen size. The washroom, again, in a inside stateroom, is generally small, so one person at a time was more appropriate. They had enough closet space, and the room was tastefully decorated. There was carpet in the room, which wasn't very appealing. It was greeny brownish type, and it kind of looked dirty even though it was clean. The TV was nicely tucked away on the wall, and there was enough space to open your suitcases and lay things out in the area. Let's talk about the food on the MSC Bellissima. They had about 3 lines for the buffet, so at any given time, one of the buffet lines was open, and about 2 of the buffet lines were open during breakfast. They had a corner for ethnic foods and also a corner for vegetarian food as well, and a wellness area that just had fruits all the time, all day long. The food in the dining room had quite a bit of variety, but the quality was not at par at some other cruise lines that I have had the food at. For example, they had the Mediterranean night one evening, and the spanakopita was like way too dry, and they had falafels another night, and it was extremely dry. In addition to the room that I mentioned, it appeared that the insulation in between the rooms was very minimal. We could hear doors banging, and even the way the stateroom doors closed was like really loud. So that was something that was quite disturbing. The other thing that we found was that we were on deck 9, and the ship has 20 decks, and we were quite towards the front of the ship, but every time it was docking, we would hear this gyrating sounds of the engine and all that. It seemed like the whole ship was vibrating. So I think it still comes back to the insulation. The spa area. We spent about an hour in the thermal spa area. It is well organized. They were able to put in like 4 different types of sauna rooms, 2 whirlpool bath areas, and showers, and rest areas, and different types of like salt saunas, and pink salt and all that stuff. However, I felt that it was very congested. They tried to fit in so much in a small space, especially when compared to the size of the ship. Everything they tried to congest within the spa area was because when we went in, there were only like barely 15 or 20 people, and it felt like it was crowded, and the ship holds about 3,000 people, so I'm not sure how everybody even 1% of those people would fit in the spa. So MSC Bellissima, or MSC as a cruise line, is out of the Mediterranean, and there's so many different languages that are being spoken in this area, and we got a taste of it on the ship because all of the announcements were done in 5 different languages. So it was German, French, Spanish, Italian, and English. So at times it got really, really annoying. Um, Especially if you're going for the nightly shows, or if there was any onboard announcements, it got quite long drawn. The other thing was that the ship was picking up passengers, and they were embarking and disembarking at all of the ports. So every day there was safety briefings, and you would hear all these announcements in the 5 different languages. Let's talk about the ports. The port of call. My favorite was Genoa, and then Marseille, Sicily, Messina, Malta, Barcelona, and then Naples. My verdict on the whole cruise experience is I am quite disappointed. I'd give a 2.5 star out of 5 because the level of service was extremely poor based on the levels of service that I have experienced in other cruise lines. The staff did not acknowledge you even if you passed by. You ask for water, they go, we're selling the water. The clearing of the tables in the buffet took much longer, and yeah, so overall my impression of the level of service was not that great. Did you like this video? Give me a thumbs up in the comments below, and feel free to ask me any questions that I have not answered specific to this cruising, and I'll see you on my next video. So some of the things that I really liked about the MSC Bellissima was that it was a brand new ship. It debuted in March of 2019, so it was a practically brand new ship. Very clean. And I talked about the LCD screens. That is the only 23-foot LCD screen at sea, and it kept changing colors. So the screens kept changing, and the piazza area was always had a different ambience when the screens changed. The buffet lines, it had 3 buffet lines, so there was enough for a large group of people to be having breakfast, lunch, or whatever meals that they wanted. And the buffet lines were open for 20 hours of the day. We found a quiet one at the end of the ship, which where we were it was easy to grab a table without a lot of crowd. The wellness section, in the buffet, they had a section of all types of fruits, and it had a lot of variety, a lot of ethnic fruits as well, dragon fruits, and there are some that I don't even know the name of. The chocolate boutique was a highlight for me. The Jean Philippe chocolate boutique. There's so much variety, macaroons, chocolates, you can make your own chocolate bar, and a lot of chocolate sculptures, and very hard to come out of there and not feel like I haven't tasted everything. Lots of activities for kids. They also had a kids club, so not a lot of opportunity for kids to get bored. The nightly shows, what I really liked about the nightly shows was the costumes of the dancers. It was bright, it was colorful, it was funky, it had the patterns were very, very eye-catching. There were a few shows that I personally did not like, but I loved the costumes. And they had almost 3 nightly shows, and the theater had a capacity of about 500 people sitting at a time, so it had ample space and ample time for people to enjoy the shows.